Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, actually give me 1 second because I totally forgot to cleanse. Usually I do this before I come on camera. So this might be a message. Maybe you need to cleanse your energy. Decks, let the highest and best messages come through for whoever needs to hear them. Clean my phone and the microphone. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. I was drawn to use a yellow candle. Also this morning when I woke up, like before I started my day, I was just sitting here, excuse me, as I typically do in the mornings. Excuse me. And I got the channeled song Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. So I haven't looked up the lyrics to that. I know the song. I actually have the album. But I heard that this morning. I just kind of made a note of it. And then I was feeling called to use this yellow candle today. Quite a large yellow candle. This one is quite a bit larger than most of my candles. Usually my candles are not quite that tall, but I did have these larger ones. So, let's see. So when I looked it up, so the yellow candle symbolizes intellect, communication, joy, and creativity. It enhances mental clarity, boosts confidence, attracts happiness and success. And then the color yellow in and of itself symbolizes joy, enlightenment, knowledge, and divine glory. It also signifies hope, new beginnings, or hope and new beginnings. And then, so there are a couple negative associations with the color yellow. I wasn't sure that I even wanted to mention it, but I was feeling pretty called to look that up. So I don't know. We'll get into it here and see what the deal is. But so the negative association that I found having to do with this yellow, the color yellow in and of itself, is Judas, who betrayed Jesus. Judas, and the reason that it is associated with him is because he's often depicted wearing yellow robes. So it represents, it can also, in its negative connotation, I suppose, represent betrayal, envy, and cowardice. Also deceit as well. So I don't know if we're going to get into that, but maybe somebody just dealt with that, or I'm not sure. But I felt called to look it up for a reason, so I did. Now, I'm going to light this for the more positive associations. And okay, let's see. I'm going to look up that song too and the lyrics just in case that comes through at all, or has anything to do with this. So, all right. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, highest of the divine light. We are going to be lighting this candle for the mental clarity, the confidence, happiness, success, joy, enlightenment, and new beginnings, hope, and divine glory for myself and for all who are meant to see this message, as well as the rest of the collective, for their highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, so we're just going to let this burn now. And if you're new here, whenever I am called to use candles, I do just let them burn completely out, all the way, even off camera. If it's still going when the reading is finished, I just let it burn. Okay. Let's look this up really quick. Fly Me to the Moon lyrics. Okay. All right. It says, fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. So, if that resonates with anybody or with this message, I guess we'll find out. Okay. All right. So, as usual, I don't even know where I'm going to put this. Okay. I have too much stuff over here. All right. Talking about cleansing. Okay, so we're gonna pull some charms first. I'm really enjoying this whole pulling the charms first thing, so let's just, I want to get a good mix here. Okay. Quite a few words this time. Okay, what do we have here? We have a train. Traveling. You going somewhere? Just gonna close that so I can make some more room here for these charms. All right, so a train, a butterfly, Capricorn. I'm gonna put this over here, I think. Song, which which was upright. The reverse says from. Wish. And on the back says sport. Will. On the back is time. Gentle. And on the back says friend. We have the word from and song again, but this time from was upright and song was on the back. We have the word of and let. Of was upright. We have the word as and can. As was upright. We have the word an, A-N, and the word the. An was upright. So we have as and an. We have the word to and but. And to was upright. Wish from. Interesting. I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to get caught up on that. This charm keeps coming out. A mouse with some mushrooms. A tower. A fire extinguisher. Oof. Somebody needs to put the fire out. With the tower. Interesting. Okay. The sun. This says beautiful. A circus tent. This always comes out too, or frequently. Shouldn't say always, but not my circus, not my monkeys. And the circus and the show. Under the big top. I don't know. A cactus. You are always in my heart. If I can pick this up. An elephant. A key with a heart on it. The key to my heart. We have a bird and or a flying fish, because that came through one day. I had never seen that charm like that before, until that day. Now that's like pretty much all I see when I look at it. A coffin. Interesting. A cross. And that, is that song Holy? Who sings that? You're holy, holy. I can't remember who sings it. Celtic Knot. And a bird on a branch and or in a bush. I don't know. Could be either. Okay, we have the number 6. No? Is that a 6? Yes, it is. That is a 6. So we have the number 6. The number 9. Another number 9. 99. 5. 4. 0. The letter W. The letter M. The letter H. Another H. A Y. Y? And the letter F. Okay. All right. Let's see. New chapter at the bottom. Number 24. So that's a 6, which we have here. We'll see if it comes out. I'm going to move these letters over here. Okay. 699. And 540. 95. 54. Okay. What do we want to say here, Spirit? Move forward. Number 23, which is a 5, which we have a 5 here. Worlds within worlds at the bottom. Number 36, which is a 9. We have 9 there. Celestial teacher under that. Number 7. This looks like a sun to me. Like solar flares. Or a cell. Like a cell in your body, you know? Like neurons in your brain forming new connections. Electricity. Or what I imagine it looks like when a sperm and an egg come together. You have this like burst, you know, obviously there's spirit that is in there too, but like, I mean, I think that's what causes the electric. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I got like I got hung up on that there for a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, power. Yeah, with the yellow. Solar plexus energy, right? Or is it? Yeah. Okay. We're 23. Let's look at this move forward. What are you moving forward from? I almost want to look up that too. Okay, here we go. Okay. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. You are being encouraged to let go and release the skeletons of your past. Constantly shifting back and forth between better or harder times only takes away from today. Constantly resurrecting situations and circumstances that are long gone only serves to take away from this moment. You exhaust valuable energy holding on to frustrations that keep you tied to the memories of your past skeletons. Being in this state of mind is no different to keeping you locked in one chapter of a book. This book never ends due to your inability to move forward. Moving forward physically is not the same as moving forward mentally. Although your physical body carries you through to experience each day, your mind lingers and holds on to the past. Having this duality of mind and body does not allow the present moment to be fully appreciated and utilized. This may leave you wondering why your visions and dreams always seem to be out of reach. To enjoy a life of manifestation and fulfilled dreams, your mind, body, and spirit must work together as one, for it is only through working in wholeness that you are able to create a life of choice. This is the secret to abundance and real joy. The past is the past. Embrace its lessons and be grateful for the memories and adventures it has brought to your life. Now breathe in deep and let it go, for it is time to move on, dear one. As challenging as it may be, it is time. New adventures and possibilities await. It says, It's associated with the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. I am grateful for my past experiences, good and hard. I embrace the lessons learned and now move forward courageously. That's beautiful. Right. I mean, even the hard lessons teach us things. Like, no, not every lesson has to be learned through pain or heartache. But I bet if you sit back and you look or think about what lessons taught you the most, it would probably be the ones that you learned through pain. All right. Worlds within worlds. Peace comes within the souls of men when they release their oneness with the universe. Realize, not release. When they realize it is really everywhere. It is in each one of us. This card serves as a reminder to look within yourself for the answers. It's wonderful that you're so open to the opinions of others, but be discerning. Use your inner knowing to decipher and interpret what feels right for you. Many look for the source of all life outside themselves, but if you truly wish to connect to that greater pool of conscious love, look within. Inside you, the cosmic universe spans, with inner worlds and stars. Yes, inside you. You are master and creator of the worlds and galaxies within you. How you are as that creator ultimately affects the outer world that you are also a part of. See yourself as the greater body and within you the cell that also needs to hold its vibration and healthy light. Didn't I say it looked like a cell? You guys. Oh, you as a creative master can affect your cells or worlds by your thoughts, actions, and words. Raising the healthy light of your cells raises your own vibrational light, thus raising the planetary light as a whole. If a cell in your body is imbalanced and sick, that sickness slowly starts to spread to the rest of your body. See the earth as a cell in the body of the universal energy. It is vital that the vibration of the earth is raised to positively affect this greater universal body. You are a creative God of infinite power and light. The more you come to understand this truth, the more you will be amazed by the power you hold as an individual to manifest and bring about peace and change. The affirmation says, I am love, expanding and growing in power, clarity, and truth. That is, yes. Yes. It's beautiful. I love that. Okay. Hen at the bottom. We're going to get a shadow work card here. That is so wild. Spirit, thank you for that confirmation. Because I literally was like, that thing looks like a cell to me. And then it literally talked about that. That's wild. I've never even pulled that card. It's crazy. Okay. I think one more shuffle. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Shadow work card for whoever this reading is for, please. What do they need to work on within their shadow spirit? Spirit is being specific. That hippo at the bottom. I don't think I've ever pulled either one of these cards. All right, let's see. Well, first off, I'm just noticing the poppy flowers. Or what look to be poppies to me, anyway. So what poppy flowers symbolize? Well, they're used for many things, I suppose. Rebirth. Snakes can also be associated with that. Same with poppy flowers. I just get this like rising sort of energy from that. So let's see. The poppy flowers are just sticking out to me so much. They're like bright and they're just drawing me in. They're like drawing my attention here. Where is it? $23. And I also want to look at hippo too. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay. All right. Snake says, the divine feminine, a spiritual awakening and healing. The snake is one of the oldest known symbols of the goddess, and it has a powerful correspondence in the occult. The snake is rich in meaning and revered in many cultures, with one of the most famous representations being that of, I should have said it, of Kundalini, the snake goddess believed to be triggered at the start of a profound spiritual awakening. Okay, right. That's what I said. Like, it's rising up, right? And Kundalini rises from the root chakra. 33, as I said that. Kundalini rises from the root chakra and moves up the body. Okay. If the snake has graced your reading with its presence, it's likely you are undergoing this process now. Just as a snake shedding its skin is a sure sign of its growth, you may be experiencing old beliefs or versions of yourself falling away now. Recognize that this is a necessary part of your healing journey. Often, after we've undergone a profoundly difficult or painful time, we emerge on the other side feeling as though we are a completely different person. Yes, I can relate to that so much. I'm a Scorpio, so like transition and change and, transformation, all of these things are very common themes for me. I always tell people, I feel like I've lived 1,000 different lives in one lifetime, because that's how it feels and that's how it seems and that's how much my life has changed. That's how much I've changed. And we all go through these cycles or significant periods of growth or personal development or spiritual development where we feel like different when you come out on the other side. Like, that's just how it is. Okay. And that's good. It's a good thing. That means you're growing. Painful time, emerge on the other side. Okay. To fully embrace this new authentic version of yourself, it is necessary to let fall away what must fall away to complete the process of integration. Shed the dead weight and welcome in this healthier version of yourself. The snake may also be a sign that the goddess, the divine feminine, is calling out to you. Say hello. Is that it? It just says say hello, and then there's a dash. Okay, say hello. The further reflection says, throughout much of history, and especially during global colonization and the spread of the Abrahamic religions, the feminine aspects of the divine have been snuffed out. Think of the story of Adam and Eve. Oh, so interesting how Judas came up today. Now we're talking about Adam and Eve. Weird. Okay. And how it is the snake that leads Eve into temptation and ultimately to the quote-unquote original sin. Think of Medusa. Think of people's fear of snakes. Feminine power has been feared for so long, and because of this, it has been twisted and distorted into something that is bad, ugly, evil, or less than. Ooh, I can relate to that. Luckily, the reclaiming of the feminine is on the rise, and with it, the dismantling of these grossly misconstrued ideas. Regardless of gender identity, we all possess feminine and masculine energy within us. Just as we must integrate our unknown shadow side to become a healthy and balanced human, so too must we integrate our feminine energy. Society has a lot of ideas about what femininity looks like, but what does it mean to you? Now is the time to define this side of yourself. And it's okay if it changes. Do you know how many different feminine aspects there are? Like worlds within worlds, endless. Maybe you just decide that you don't need to be defined at all. And you just be like water. Other people have the need to want to define things that they don't understand. And it's a human thing to do. We all do it. We all want to be able to define things or put them into a box, make them fit into, some way that our human brain can understand. But that's not always necessary. It's pretty limiting, actually. Okay. At least for the ones that don't live that way. Or don't view the world like that. Like, with the need to define everything. Don't get me wrong, having definitions for stuff is important to a certain extent. But some things are better left as a mystery. Okay. Hippo. Abundance, reaping rewards, and indulgence. A heavyweight in the animal kingdom, the hippo is the third largest land mammal, behind the elephant. Interesting that we got the elephant charm. I probably don't have a hippo charm in there. I'm not sure. And the white rhino, which we did pull the rhino charm the other day. The incredible mass of the hippopotamus represents the themes of abundance, expansion, and indulgence. And if you've pulled the hippo card, you're in the flow of it. This card will always be a welcome sight in a reading, as we should be experiencing abundance in many and maybe all areas of our lives. There is a jovial energy that comes along with the hippo, as we are deeply in the flow of gratitude when this card is present as well. You may be entertaining your every indulgence and rewarding yourself for all your hard work. Just make sure not to go overboard or to hoard all the good tidings for yourself. The hippo asks us to share our wealth. literally and figuratively, with those we love. Which, yeah, I mean, not just like in a monetary sense, but like knowledge is wealth too. And like that's what I'm doing here, you know? That's what we all do all the time. We share our knowledge with each other because each one of us is on a different life journey. And so each one of us has different knowledge that we can like share with one another. And you know, I mean, obviously it's always up to you whether or not you believe it, what somebody else's knowledge is, or you know, if you agree with it or whatever, but that doesn't mean that they don't know just because you haven't experienced something. Yeah, just being open like to other perspectives or other people's experiences is a good way for, I mean, that's how we know what we know in humanity. Like somebody went out and they you know, sought out the knowledge and they came back and they shared it. I mean, what's the point in having abundance or wealth in, like this book says, either in a literal form, like money or possessions or whatever it is, or in a figurative sort of form, like, you know, things that you can't see, like someone's knowledge or their level of consciousness or their level of spirituality. Like, you can't see those things in somebody or how they or what they had to go through to learn those lessons, to gain that wisdom, but it's still valuable nonetheless. Like, okay. The hippo asks us to share our wealth literally and figuratively with those we love. After you've taken a moment to treat yourself, remember that you will eventually have to get to work again to create even more moments of abundance in your life. The further reflection says, in astrology, Jupiter is the planet we look to for abundance. The house it sits in represents the area of life where we've always experienced a certain ease. Others may view us as particularly lucky in this area. The sign that Jupiter sits in points to the energy we can embody to kick in the Jupiterian themes of expansion, opportunity, growth, and good fortune. Locate Jupiter in your chart and research its meaning to further cultivate the energy of the hippo. That's good advice. Okay. Awesome. I love that. Our candle is looking very, very good. It's very steady. Divine Masculine and the Goddess of Grace. 4333 is what I'm pretty sure it said that. What do we need to know from... Okay. My goodness. We have number 8, the Maiden Journey. That's so interesting. With her on the carpet. I literally was hearing earlier, a whole new world. When they take the magic carpet ride. And she's got her little black cat with her. Okay. The Alchemist of Pain, number 19. Turning your pain into power. That's alchemy. using the pain to heal yourself. Number 37, the wing leader. Okay. I feel like the time is going by really quickly right now for some reason. I don't feel like we've been here that long, but according to the clock, we have. Okay, the maiden journey. Yeah, we've literally only pulled 2 cards. I guess I've read 4, but either way. This is a journeying moment. Whether you are on a spiritual quest, journeying to a new venture or relationship, or actually planning a trip, this moment encourages you to take stock of where you've been and where you're going. Often in the middle of a journey, we lose sight of the bigger picture, easily caught up in the details. As our flying carpet will tell you, this is a time to soar up higher to get a broader perspective. What is the purpose of your current journey? Where did you start, and what is the shape of its conclusion? Let your heart move up into the clouds to get a bat's eye view of the course you are charting. A witch knows that preparation is an important part of the journey. So if you're starting out, take care to gift yourself with the supplies, and support you will need. But a witch also knows that no matter how much she prepares, she will encounter twists and turns on every journey. So a sense of adventure, bravery, flexibility, humor, and a big picture perspective are her most vital tools. She never leaves familiar shores without them. Take the time to befriend your journey and allow your current perspective to expand into the horizon of possibilities. Be courageous as you follow your ambitions. As a poet once said, we cannot discover new oceans without being willing to lose sight of the shore. I'm getting like a Moana theme in my head. Okay, 19. Pain is a sacred ally. Suffering is a devourer of the psyche. We cannot control pain, it happens. But we do have some influence over how much we suffer. When we hold on to the injustice of pain, it can turn into suffering. And so it behooves us to release the pain through the healing power of creativity. When we sing our sorrows, dance our turmoil, or otherwise alchemize our hurt into art, we offer the pain back to the earth while also blessing it with our offering of beauty. This is a sacred alchemy that comes only after grief. A witch knows she must grieve first, giving her heart the space it needs to bleed out all the messages that would diminish her. Ignore the voices that suggest you should be over it by now, or tell you grief looks one way but not another, or suggest that you somehow deserve this pain. The medicine you need to heal is actually inside the wound, so let it bleed out. Empty the wound of pain and empty your heart of tears. Only when you are willing to sit with your agony and companion your sorrow will you sense the medicine rising. It may come slowly, but over time you will sense an ache to create something from this void. A witch rises when she answers the call to alchemize her pain into a creative offering. This is your time to grieve, witch, and heal. Know this, the rise will come. So good. People better watch out for your rise. Telling you what, they're not ready for it. All right, number 37. The wing leader. This is your call to action. Leap, soar, explore. The time for contemplation has passed. You are required now to take a leap of faith and put your energies into motion. While it is unwise to take action before an idea or project has fully marinated, too often we don't trust ourselves enough to act. But as a famous poet once said, action has genius in it. The moment you put your energy behind an idea, you've begun the transformative process that is creation itself. Mighty forces, often unseen, will move on your behalf. Do not hesitate. Put your brave boots on and be the girl who decided to go for it. If failure is your fear, remember that failure is an amazing teacher and will guide you toward your next success. If the unknown is your hesitation, gently encourage yourself that the unknown is where all new life is born. You know what? Everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Everything. Everything that you want, everything you want to be, everything you know you can be, or do, or feel, or any of it, it is on the other side of your fear. You just have to be brave enough to step over that threshold. And take your time. Take your time. It looks like you're still trying to grieve some stuff and do some alchemization. And that's okay. And the maiden journey wants you to stop and plan. Where are you going next? Even a loose plan is a plan. Obviously, you have, life is it's full of twists and turns. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a process here that I'm seeing with these 3 cards. So this may be a specific message for somebody. We're definitely getting two messages here. One is with the snake and the alchemist, to heal or finish healing. You don't need to rush to do it. And you can still heal and move forward. Baby steps, Then with the maiden journey and the move forward, the move forward even talked about letting go. And with the worlds within worlds, you have the ability to heal yourself, your cells, on a cellular level. Okay. You deserve a new life. A witch is unapologetically bold in pursuit of her passions. Once she has asked for guidance and brewed her desires in the cauldron of alchemical patience, she is willing to be vulnerable enough to take a risk. She is willing to experience the biggest, brightest version of herself and the truest version she has for her life. Leap and the net will appear, or you'll grow wings on the way down. Either way, it's time to jump. Okay, we're at 54 minutes, so I'm going to try to hurry this along. I did get the alchemy deck out. I don't know if I want to pull one from here or not. The sun is at the bottom, though. And the raven's head under that. We've been getting a lot of sun energy in this reading, though, too. Okay, I'm going to try to get some from my deck, and then I'll grab us a healing oracle, a confirmation, affirmation, and an abundance oracle, and then we're going to close it out. Eyes at the bottom of my deck. try to make this quick here. Hopefully this helped whoever it was meant for. And just because, don't get hung up on the she in the witch deck. Again, we all have masculine and feminine within us. And it's just energy. Just because it says she doesn't necessarily mean she. Fate. Star. Yeah, that's like healing. Star energy, Aquarius. Ooh. Emotions. Cry if you need to. Universe. Yeah, the universe has your back here. Anything else? Oh. Right, pattern recognition. Recognize the patterns that are not serving you anymore. Or that maybe never did. You just didn't recognize them at first. Magnetic. That's where I'm ending. Freedom. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on. Inner trust. What message do we need from here, Spirit? Number 33, Heaven Sent. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual level. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it's our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. If we do, and an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It is not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle, yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and greater peace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly but not quite been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or may not be recognizable to you. It may be very obvious. An offer, a windfall, a trip, a friendship, a new lover, or a remarkable healing in a current relationship. It might be far more subtle and even more powerful, such as a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently all of a sudden, and perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it is needed, in the form that will best serve the love in you. This oracle also brings you the message, let yourself be helped. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn the oracle of collaborative dreaming, then this message is amplified. It is very significant, as the assistance is coming from the hand of life itself. Trust it. This oracle also comes with the message that you are to trust in the things that you feel and say to others without knowing why. It moves them. You might not understand, but through trust you are allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As such, you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others. Don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Only benefit can come from this. If you have drawn any other card in addition to this one, it acts as a wild card and an amplifier. Whenever you draw the Oracle of Heaven sent, in addition to another card, the universe really wants your attention. It is saying, look, love is speaking to you directly here, so pay attention. Really feel the truth of what is being said and trust it. You are being helped. It is simple to receive the gift that is headed your way. The healing process below will activate that for you. Say, through unconditional love, I now accept the spiritual gifts that are bestowed upon me with complete trust and gratitude. So be it. Now I gotta know what's at the bottom. Receiving. Aha! Spirit, come through. Get out of town. Oh my goodness. I could not make it up, even if I tried. It comes out just however it's meant to. That is wild. Okay. Confirmation, affirmation. There it is. The only approval I need is my own. Oh, get out. I must jump first. I know the universe will catch me. Did we not have one of these other cards say that? Come on. I think it was Maiden Journey, maybe? Or the Winged Leader, one of the two. Okay. Get you in an abundance oracle here. And I'll